Good morning. Welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's day 2 of Radiate, and this sense of the lengthening spine, and then spinal waves. We're moving into the spine now. So welcome back. Lovely. Come lie on the floor. So landing in, and just notice, how long does your spine feel right now? What's the sense of the length from the top of your head to your sacrum, to your coccyx? Do you get a sense of your spine, of your midline? And when you check it, does one side of your spine feel longer and the other side feel shorter? Does it feel like there's a shape in your spine? How does that feel as you notice? Do you feel even or uneven? Nice. And then we're going to move and then see if that changes by the end of the class. So flatten your lower back down and then arch into your lower back. And as I do this, I'm noticing that as I flatten down and as I arch, my chin is changing its orientation towards the ceiling. So as I flatten down, my chin is pushed a little bit towards the ceiling. And as I arch, my chin is pulled down towards my chest. So maybe exaggerate that movement a little bit. So as you arch, your chin travels down. As you flatten, your chin travels up. And then just feel into your shoulders and the length of your spine. Notice how this is. Nice. Now, imagine that your pelvis is a steering wheel, and there we were tilting forward and backwards. Now drop your right hip down towards your right heel. Come back to center, and then drop your left hip down towards your left heel. So it's like you're swaying deeply into your hips, but you're not moving anything other than the side of your waist is lengthening, side of your waist is lengthening, and just feel that. And I'm swinging my hip, lengthening, swinging my hip, lengthening. And when I do this, I feel something in the deep of my hips, in the deep of my waist. And as I move my pelvis, I'm noticing that my head is also moving. So can I move my head to complement the movement that's happening in my pelvis? So as I lengthen the right side, my head is moving to the left. And as I lengthen the left side, my head is moving to the right. So just let that happen a little bit more exaggeratedly. Is that a word? Exaggeratedly. Exaggerate the movement. Nice. Come back to center. Pause. Now, we're going to lift and drop our hips towards the ceiling. So keeping your legs and your knees more or less in the same place, lift your right buttock off the floor. Just your right bum, and I've tilted my pelvis towards the left as a result. Come back to center, and then lift your left buttock, just your pelvis. My legs have stayed center. And then begin to walk this way. Now my legs are staying centered. There is all movement in my legs. There has to be. And I'm rocking my pelvis left to right. And I'm just feeling the pressure into the floor. And when you do this, notice what happens in your neck. What is the movement in your neck? I'm not moving anywhere, but I can feel a contraction into one side of my head, one side of my neck as I do this movement. Now, drop both knees down to the right, back up to center, both knees to the left, center. And as you rock from side to side, notice the quality of your heart. Feeling the felt sense, the feeling tones. What's really obvious about your heart space? And then what's not so obvious? Can you be with all of this? So as I drop my knees to the right, I feel a pull down through my chest. As I drop my knees to the left, I feel a pull down through my chest. So I'm just feeling now I'm moving up into the rib cage with this movement a little bit more. Nice. Come back to center and pause. How is the quality of your heart, the quality of this moment in your body? Can you find ground? Can you connect to the floor? Keeping that sense of ground, that sense of heart, begin to roll up and down along your spine. As you lift your hips and as you roll down and drop, just notice the quality of the movement, but also how do you stay connected to a feeling of groundedness and a feeling of heartfulness? Let your breath deepen into your belly. Nice. Pause. Super. So bring your ankles together, your knees together. Bring your right arm long beside your head, your ear, and then roll over onto your right side. We were doing something similar yesterday. Stretch out through your left leg and imagine you're trying to push something away with your left toes, and then draw your left knee up till your left knee touches your left elbow. And then long with your left leg, and long so long that you feel the roots of your leg up into your belly, that sense of the reach of your whole body down into that left leg. And then bend your knee, draw your knee up towards your elbow. Lengthen long, and then draw your knee up. So as you lengthen, feel the deep of your belly reaching, and as you draw your knee up, round your back a little bit. As you lengthen, let your whole spine lengthen. And as you draw your knee up, round your back. How do you lengthen down into your leg and then round your back? You can even draw your forehead in the direction of your elbow as your knee comes up. One more time. Nice. So both knees on top of each other, and have your knees straight out from your hips. And keep your left hand in front of you like scaffolding. And then try and pull your right knee back and then left knee back, and then push your left knee forward. So it's my knee is traveling back along the right thigh, and then my knee is traveling further forward than my right knee. So my left knee is sliding forward and backwards. What is this movement doing into the right thigh? What is this movement doing into the left thigh? So my knee is traveling forward and my knee is traveling back. Knee is traveling forward, knee is traveling back. Nice. And now clamshell. Lift the left knee up, drop it down, lift the left foot up. Knees together, foot lifts. Feet together, knees lift. Knees together, foot lifts. Feet together, knee lifts. Knees together, foot lifts. Feet together, knees lift. Nice. Come back to center. Both feet to the floor. Pause. Shimmy yourself so you feel straight. And just rock your knees from side to side, just bringing yourself back to center, bringing yourself back to a feeling of midline. Nice. So I'm going to swing. So I'm the other way around. Ankles together, knees together. Bring your left arm long beside your ear. Roll over onto your Oh, this is my right arm. Sorry. Oh, right arm long beside your ear. Is that my right arm? No, it's not. That's my left arm. Sorry. Got confused because I moved direction. So, knees together, feet together. Left arm long beside your ear, and then roll over and lie on your left arm. It's always really weird. I really don't have a clue which one is which. Stretch your right leg long and try and touch the floor as far down as you can, feeling the reach of your belly down into your leg. And then bend your knee and draw your knee up to your elbow. Stretch your leg long and deep as you can, and then knee up towards your elbow. So as you lengthen, feel the whole of your body lengthening down into your toes. And now, as you draw your knee up, imagine you can make a sandwich out of your elbow with your forehead and your knee. Lengthen long, and then squeeze your knee, forehead down towards your elbow. Long, forehead towards your elbow, rounding your back. Last time. Long, and then forehead towards your elbow. Nice. Both knees together. Have your knees straight out from your hips so that they're at a 90-degree angle to your torso. And then slide your right knee backwards and then slide your right knee forwards. How far can you slide your right knee forward? How far can you slide your right knee back? This really does something. I think it's the piriformis this is meeting. One of the deep buttock muscles. Dear God. This side, it feels very tight to me, this particular muscle. One more time. Nice. Clamshell. Lift your right knee up. Drop it down. Lift your right foot up. Drop it down. Right knee up. Drop it down. Right foot up. Right knee up. And then right foot up. Nice. Roll over onto your back. Arms are wide. Just let that settle. And just feel your midline. Yeah, that sense of the length of your spine down through you. And at the beginning, we checked in. For me, I was quite a banana shape, with one side was bigger than the other. I feel more even on the floor. I feel a little bit flatter on the floor now. Nice. Drop your knees down towards the right, and then draw the left knee up towards the right shoulder. Gliders. Come back to center. Both knees to the left. Draw the right knee up towards the left shoulder. And back. And as you travel from one side to the other, feel into the sides of your rib cage, into the side of your hips, into the deep of the shoulder that you're moving away from. How would you really open into the armpit as you draw your knee up to the opposite side? Nice. Come to center and pause. How's your heart? Just resting with your heart, wholeheartedly, connectedly, compassionately. Be with your heart. Find just one sensation, something that you can notice or be with. Nice. Roll over and come all the way up onto your hands and knees. So nice. Starting by rounding your back into a cat pose and then arching. And as you do this, how would you really stretch your shoulders? So focus on the feeling in your shoulders and let this deeply meet and mobilize your shoulders. Really feeling the extra tension brings you into the end of the range, the push of the range, and then the squeeze and the arching. And then how would you stretch your lower back a little bit more? How would you really feel into the sense of expanding and lengthening and mobilizing? Nice. So typically when we move, we just move our hips and our head at the same time. So how would it be to only move your head? So you're keeping your lower back still as you look forward, as you tuck your chin under. Nice. Come to neutral. How would it be to only move your shoulders? Other things will move as well, but have the focus that you're not arching your lower back. It's moving up and down, but you're only moving your shoulders. Nice. And then only move your sacrum and your lower back. Other things will move, they're all connected, but your focus is on only moving. So my head is staying still, my shoulders are staying still, and I'm only moving my pelvis. So we're going to break down the movement a little bit more. So round your pelvis, round your shoulders, tuck your chin under. Arch your lower back, arch your shoulders, lift your head. So we're starting the movement from the sacrum every time. Round your pelvis, round your shoulders, tuck your chin under, arch your back, lower back, arch your chest, lift your head. So start the movement from the pelvis every time and see if you can get smooth and wavy so that the movement from your pelvis is setting a wave off, and it's your pelvis that's moving first every time. That's the origin of the wave. Nice. Come to neutral. Sit your bum down, bring your elbows to the floor, roll into your wrists. I did my last 2 in-person yoga classes last night before the summer break. It's very nice. Very nice classes. I got a round of applause. So sweet. Open your hands out wide, make fists. So many amazing people in my classes. And so they'll be starting again in September. There's waiting lists, but get back to me. Send me a text and who knows. Open your fingers, make fists. Open your fingers, make fists. Nice. Both hands to the floor. This time we're going to start from the head. So drop your head forward, lift your shoulders, round your lower back. Let your head travel forward, chest moves, lower back moves. Drop your head, shoulders, lower back. Head, shoulders, lower back. And then see if you can create a wave that begins with your head movement. So it should feel like you're slightly confused in the movement, which is really good. That means we're doing something that's not typical, not the same way as we always do it. Nice. Sit your bum back, bring your knees really wide. Have your arms really long in front of you if that feels comfortable for your shoulders, and drop your head down into a child's pose. And then really, if it's comfortable for your shoulders, walk your fingers as far forward as you can, imagining that your armpits are going to come down towards the floor. And, I'm going to talk about team you. So it's not about overriding or hurting any part of you. It's that the whole is traveling together. So if your knee is struggling, if your shoulder is struggling, then slow down and bring all of you so that you're all connected. It might mean that one side feels less stretched, but actually acknowledge that when you meet the weaker parts of yourself, the whole of you will travel forward together. And just deepen your breath into your belly, really widening into your lower back. Nice. Come all the way up. Push back, downward dog. And have a sense of lengthening into your downward dog, pulling your heels backwards. Bending one knee, bending the other knee, and as you stretch into the straightening leg, lengthen that side of your waist. And as you bend your knee, shorten that waist. So you feel like you're rocking your pelvis, a little bit like what we did when we had a steering wheel when we were lying on the floor. So one side of my waist lengthens as I lengthen that leg, and then the other side of my waist lengthens as I lengthen that leg. So how would you side lengthen your torso by bending and straightening your legs? And then rock your pelvis more towards one side, and then rock your pelvis more towards the other. Now we're traveling deeper into the side, and it's moving more up into the rib cage, into the armpits as you do this. Drop your pelvis down one way, and drop your pelvis down the other way. Nice, come to center. And then push into the right hand and create length down into that right sit bone, into that right leg. Nice, relax that. Push down into that left hand, pull the left hip back, draw down into that left leg. Relax. Push down into both hands, lengthen both hip back. Both legs are lengthening. Breathing. Nice. Drop your knees to the floor, bring your bum to the floor. Stretch your legs out long. Nice. Cool. So sitting up tall, bring your hands to the floor beside you. Slide your right hand towards the right. How far can you go? Slide your left hand to the left. How far can you go? And just begin to travel. We were doing this yesterday. Feel how the waist on the opposite side is really counterweighting you. Like it's getting really strong. Nice. So bend your left elbow, reach your left hand up, and as you reach your right hand to the right, reach your left hand to the right. Come back. And then same side. Over towards the right with both hands. Back. What's your spine doing? Feel how your ear is dropping down towards the right. I'm really just sliding my fingers out. I'm not putting any weight into the hand that's on the floor. I'm keeping the power in my torso as I slide right. And then come back. Slide right. And come back. Other side. Slide left. Come back. Slide left. Come back. Slide left. And come back. Nice. Come into a cross-legged position or whatever position suits you. Bring your hands to your heart. Let your hands feel your chest and let your heart and chest feel your hands. So I'm going to come closer to the thing. So bring your thumb and forefinger to touch and your hands are straight out in front of you. And then pull your arms wide. So as you pull wide, you're opening into the chest. Turn the back of your hands forward and scoop the back of your hands towards each other. Nice. And then pull them wide, like you're pulling thread out through your fingers. Widen. And then bring the backs of your hands towards each other. Pull wide. Let your chest open, heart open. And then backs of your hands together. And as I'm doing this, I'm allowing my shoulders to open and round. And I'm letting my head travel as I draw my hands back. My head lifts. And as I draw my arms forward, my head drops. And just feel that through your torso. How graceful can you be? And maybe for you, your hands are open as you scoop back of your hands together. And then wide. Back of your hands together. Wide. One more time. Back of your hands together. Wide. Bring your fingertips to the floor. And just feel your heart. And just feel the tenderness of this moment just being connected and open within this moment for you. Your connection to your heart. Let your breath be sweet. Let your breath be connected. Let there be a tenderness as you feel your heart, as you listen to your heart. Nice. Coming to lie on the floor if you wish, or wandering off into your day from there. How lovely, how wonderful. I'm really enjoying this heart. I'm going slightly over time. It looks like we are 25 minutes for Radiate. So there's the last few minutes of the softening into the heart bit that we're doing. So yeah, I hope you stay with me for that. Thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow, day 3 of Radiate. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Ciao, Slán.